Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're going to be trying a new vehicle that was released with this update, the American M44 sitting at rank 3 but rating 4.0. With the intro out of the way, let's take the M44 into battle. So, here we are for the first game. We are on the map Abandoned Factory, and we're going to be rushing to one of my favorite spots if you spawn on this side of the map. And it's a spot where we can engage pretty much everybody going to A while still being in some sort of cover. Now let's talk a little bit about the M44. The M44 was introduced in Warthunder's latest major update, Update Storm Warning. It sits at a battle rating of 4.0 and in rank 3. The M44 was introduced in 6 different tech trees, including the American one, which I'm playing now, the German, the Japanese, the Italian, the British and the French versions. So this is a tank you're going to be facing a lot. Now talking a bit about what you're going to find when playing this. The M44 is based on the chassis for the M41 Walker Bulldog, which means that this is going to be an extremely mobile tank. And this is something you want to play around while playing the M44, so you're able to get into pretty good early game positions, you're able to just zip around the map and be very annoying to find and come across. So what about the armament? As you have seen, we can basically kill everything. We are armed with a 155mm howitzer that fires M107 high explosive rounds, which have about 9 kilos of a high explosive, which means you're going to be basically one-shotting everything at 4.0. Now this firepower of course comes with one major drawback, and that is your reload rate. You reload a shell every 15 seconds with an ace crew, which means you're not going to be firing super quickly. Now I find that I can work around this problem, since most tanks you fire first shell at, they're not going to be needing a second shell, they're probably going to die. So I try to work around this the best I can, but for someone who's not used to playing tanks with a bit longer reload might find this hard. Now we are moving on to the big downside of the M44. If you noticed how this tank looks, you're gonna be noticing that the crew is exposed. You're an open top, and an open top tank means one thing in War Thunder: you're gonna get strafed, and you get strafed a lot. I think more than half of my deaths in this tank were by the hands of strafing planes. So that is a really annoying part of playing the M44. If you just disregard that planes are gonna absolutely murder you, we can look at the just normal armor. You have 13 to 12mm of armor, which means everything at 4.0 can easily kill you. Nothing's gonna struggle to penetrate you. Tanks with heavy machine guns are gonna be able to kill you quite easily, which means you're basically dead if someone sneezes on you. So try to play in cover, try to get the jump on opponents, and if they see you, you should try to run away. You do also have an heavy MG on top of your tank, enables you to kind of fight back against planes. Most of the time you're still gonna die, but in some cases, especially at 4.0, you are going to be able to kill quite a lot of planes actually. I found that I was able to kill pretty good amount of planes, since planes are just gonna go and strafe you, and then you can just swing your heavy MG around and kill them. But you shouldn't rely on your heavy machine gun. You should always try to play in cover and hiding from aircraft. Getting back to the actual game, we have just cleared out the entirety of Camp Ford A, and we got killed by a plane, so we spawned in the backup, killed the plane, and now we're gonna move over to capture point C and clear that out. Now, I did see that there was an enemy here. I did also see earlier in the chat that it was killed by Mr. Emil. So I'm not sure if that was him, so I sent a shot over to try to overpressure him if he's an open top. But since that didn't overpressure him, I'm pretty sure it's some other kind of German tank destroyer. Since he's focused on the SPAA, I am going to be able to push him and kill him without any major issues. With the Drug now dead, we can move on to Charlie and capture that point. While here, we do hear a Panzer IV approaching from the left, so we just pull out and kill him. And we can continue to take capture point C. With 12 kills combined, we take first place in the team, earning a total of 6,900 research points and 57,000 silver lions. Here we are for the second game on a one-cap version of the map Flanders. Going to use the mobility of the M44 to get into position on the left flank early. And from there, we are going to be able to send some high explosive shells over to the other side of the map, where the guys are still trying to reach capture point A. Missing our first shot, we're going to take our time and use our rangefinder. Since both of these tanks are open top, we're going to be able to overpressure them if we just hit anywhere on the tank. Using the range we got earlier, we still have an accurate range on the second Mr. Emil, so we can quickly engage him without needing to use our rangefinder. Again, using our rangefinder effectively, we are able to lob a shell over the ridge to kill another German open top. Using the rangefinder once again through the binoculars, we're going to lob a shell over this ridge to kill this T-34. With the kill on the T-34, I am starting to get a bit anxious, since we've killed so many from this area we're in. The enemies are surely going to know the rough area in which we operate in, so I decide I want to try to leave as quickly as possible to change the area I'm operating in, and we just get more confirmation of this when we receive a shell right over our tank. So I decided to kind of switch up with the position I am engaging from. On my way, we come across a Panzer IV. Gonna use the rangefinder to guarantee a hit, since we don't want to waste these shells since it takes so long to reload. With the kill on the Panzer IV now completed, we're going to move to the position I wanted to be in. With the switch now completed, we can start once again engaging tanks that are going across this open field. Once again, using the rangefinder to guarantee a hit, we're going to engage this enemy. And here again the cast and the strafing spam is going to come, this time by an enemy duck. With 9 kills total, we take first place in the team, earning 5,500 research points and 41,000 silver lions. And with that, the first video of the new patch is completed. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and stay tuned as there will be more content to come about War Thunder in the near future. Until next time, take care.